Hello once again. I am Doc Rotten, and this is Gruesome Magazine. Tonight we're reviewing Shiver Me Timbers from director Paul Stephen Mann. Whew.
Gruesome Magazine.
Joining me tonight is my co-host Paul Cardullo. Oh, I messed up your name. I just messed up your name. I've been talking to you for how many years, and I
A
almost made
long
it Car
time.
Carduno. Why is your name Carduno all of this, Paul?
I don't know.
How are you doing, Paul?
I'm doing fine. I was gonna try to do a Popeye laugh, but I don't see,
Yeah,
like
I can't do it either. It sounds
I'm just
like
gonna do but I am gonna do the whole rest of the review just mumbling it in the Popeye, voice. Is that all right?
there you go. There you go.
I'm doing great, Doc. How about you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, when I do it, it sounds like the end of 6 Feet Under. Those who know. Um, anyway, before we dive into our review, be sure to like and subscribe. Every like and subscription will help us find more horror fans just like you. And you can also share with a friend, right? Right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. Shiver Me Timbers, right? What is the top of that? You said it better than I did earlier.
What? Oh, what it says at the top?
Yeah,
I am what I am, and that's all that I am.
that's right.
Popeye.
Yeah, this is one of the films that obviously is public domain. A lot of things went into public domain, and now we have all these horror films on Popeye and Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh and stuff like that. So and I think Wizard of Oz is getting into it soon
Oh.
too. Yeah, maybe they're just playing their cards close and it's not ready yet. But anyway, but Shiver Me Timbers is not the first Popeye because you watched a different Popeye one. What was that one called?
Popeye the Slayer Man
Popeye the
was that
Slayer Man.
right? Yeah.
And I think there's another one too, maybe. I
There's
don't
a
know.
there's a was it Popeye's Revenge? I think
Popeye's
there
Revenge.
is the third one. Is the other one from and they're from three different groups.
Yeah.
So Popeye the Slayer Man is by the same folks who did the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey and are working on the Poohniverse
The Pooniverse.
films.
Oh my gosh, that is just absolutely bonkers. Of course, you told me this on the pre-show. They're already planning a Shiver Me Timbers 2.
They are, aren't we lucky? So
Aren't
yes.
we like? All right, so let's get into the. This is a synopsis. I'll run this by you right first. In 1986, Northern California, olive oil, spelled with a Y, and her brother Kester and friends go on a camping trip to see the meteor shower with Halley's Comet. But the night turns into horror as a meteor transforms Popeye into an unstoppable killing machine. Shiver me timbers. And yes, that is a bone from, I think it's a leg bone, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Or maybe it might be the joint. I don't know. But yes, he's smoking out of a bone. And that's because somebody destroys his regular pipe.
Yeah.
All right. So it is directed by Paul Stephen Mann, written by him along with E.C. Seeger. And the cast includes, but is not limited to, Mardu Adams, Stephen Carell, and Paul Dudney?
That works for me. Yeah, dude, me. That
Dudney.
works.
Okay. Let's just jump into it. All right.
Okay.
Heads up first. This is a spoiler-free review, which I wish we could do spoilers for this.
Oh yeah.
But we are going to do this spoiler-free. But Paul, what was your first impression of Shiver Me Timbers?
So I do have to admit I'm a little bit of an aficionado of shitty public domain rip-off horror movies. My wife and my sister-in-law and I tend to watch a lot of things off of Tubi, which is where these tend to live on Saturdays.
And that's where we watch. That's where we watch this one. So
Yeah,
this
that's where
one.
we watched this one, and so I have to say I'm a bit of a connoisseur of the sewer, as it were.
Sewer,
Yeah,
kind of sewer.
connoisseur. Yeah, and so this is right up my alley. It it sets out, I think, to it accomplishes what it sets out to accomplish, um, and and you and I laughed a whole lot during it,
Oh
and
my gosh, did we?
yeah, and for intentional laughs and unintentional laughs, and I think that's the best summary I could give.
Yep. I will go a little bit further. I will say, is this a good film? No.
No.
Was it entertaining? Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one of those films that you love it because it's, yeah, it's just bad. But you just, it set out to do, like you said, it set out to do something. It knew what it needed to do. It knew its limitations and delivered.
Oh yeah.
I had a blast with this. I had so much fun, and of course, it was great watching it with somebody. So that probably is part of it. Don't watch it alone. Get a group of people.
No.
Get a group. Get some beverages.
Yeah, that helps too.
Or your vegetables, depending on what you like. And then if you know. And I'm doing that a lot today.
That works.
You stop that. That's a. But anyway, yeah, this movie, I was surprised on how much I liked it. It really surprised me.
Yeah, there was actually one gag in particular that caught me off guard, and I actually kind of semi lost it, and it was like an intentional gag that I think worked so well that I did not see coming. Not the rest of the gags in the film, but it definitely had its intentionally humorous moments, and I mean it's funny, and it's in a crude, shitty, public domain ripoff sort of way, but it's fun, and they do get credit. They do get credit in knowing that Olive Oil's brother is canonically named Castor, so there is that. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of other Popeye lore that is pulled into it, so they do get knocked off for that. I mean, it's
do they? Okay.
yeah. Well, there's not. Yeah, I mean, like, do we see any spinach at all in there?
No spinach. No spinach.
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple little Popeye lines, but you gotta, but having Castor, that gives you that's a plus,
Yep.
So I mean,
I wonder if the other two have Castor in it.
I don't think Castor was in. I'd have to look, but I'm not sure. I don't think Castor was in Popeye the Slayer, man.
Yeah. It needed a Bluto.
It did need a Bluto, but I'm not sure if Bluto is a character that's been moved into public domain.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah. So it's when it has to do with when the character was first introduced, and we actually looked this up because of board doc with trivia when we were watching this movie. Because Popeye actually started as he was an Urkel. He was a total Urkel. He came in like 4 years after the original cartoon comic strip was Thimble's Theater, which was the adventures of Harold Hamgravy and his girlfriend Olive Oil. And Popeye comes in like 4 years later, becomes a breakout character. They kick Harold Hamgravy to the curb. I'm not even sure last time.
Or the cave.
Yeah, or the cave. When last time Harold Hamgravy even made an appearance. But that does mean Harold Hamgravy is most certainly in public domain, I'd imagine. So listen up, filmmakers. You've got your opportunity for making a Harold Hamgravy monster horror movie. So
yes, which will register with everybody.
What?
But that is interesting. That is interesting to know. So I never knew that Popeye was a supporting character that branched out and became so big. Because he's huge.
Yeah.
He's a huge character. What else do we want to say? Okay, special.
Oh, they're special.
So there are some there is some practical, right?
But there's some practical stuff.
Most of it is CGI.
Yeah.
Including Popeye's head.
Yes, it's on a regular guy's body, but it took us a bit to go, is that a mask or is that's like CGI? And there's one part he's rolling through the woods and like his head is kind of just floating on his body. And there's one part he's seen that the whole thing is just you're like, did they do this in Gary's mod on in Steam? It was like just completely low grade CG 3D graphics of
Right.
characters fighting.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah. When you're on a budget, you're on a budget.
that's true. That's true.
It did not take anything away from the film though, because
Oh
everything
no.
it was on par. Everything
Oh
was
yeah.
nothing was higher, nothing was lower. You got what
Oh,
you got, and it was
that was a fun scene. I mean,
Mhm.
and the particular, we'll just say not no spoilers, but the particular implement involved was really fun, and there was a
Yes.
practical aspect to that too. So,
Yep.
no, it was like I said, they had something in mind. They had a budget of some sort of budget, and they accomplished, I think, what they set out to accomplish.
Yep. And I'm like I said, I can't really say anymore. I really enjoyed it. So let's just end there. Let's just end there, because
Yeah, that works.
if you watched the trailer, you're gonna know. You're gonna
Yeah,
know what we're talking
yeah.
about.
Oh, I do have to add just one other little thing
Sure.
that a lot of these for some reason are made in England. I do not know why. And it takes place in Northern California in 1986. There's nothing related to 1986. I mean,
Even the
they
clothes.
mention Haley's comet, but then it's meteors that are involved,
Mhm.
and nothing close. And then usually most Brits, it seems, can do a really good American accent. Most Brits.
Not all,
not,
not all the ones on.
not necessarily the ones here, I think.
What's fun is that they drift in and out.
Yes,
That's always fun. That's always fun. And there is CGI blood that gets splattered about. And if you
yeah.
don't like that and that makes you angry, you might want to steer clear, because you. But if you don't mind it in context of this film, it's perfect fine.
Yeah, I think you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say I usually just like that, and in
Yeah.
like higher budget films they'll still do it. That and gunshots and stuff.
Yeah.
But in here it's totally in context.
Oh,
Totally
yeah, no, I mean, if you're angry about anything in this film, then you're watching it at the wrong time in your life and take it too seriously. This is just meant to be an absolute, hoot. And again, like Doc said, you should see it with other people, and you can watch them online with like Discord. You can actually share Tubi via Discord,
Yeah.
and watch with other people. That's what we do with my sister-in-law, and yeah, it's. Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
here comes the scary part, Paul. What is your score, 1 to 5?
Oh, so again, I can't give it too high a score because, like I said, it's a good movie. No. Does it accomplish what it sets out to do? Yes. Do we have a blast? Yes. So it'll be a little. It's a little high, but I mean, I'd say a solid 3. Is it as good as Popeye the Slayer Man? No. Popeye the Slayer Man, I recommend.
Oh, I
But
might have to watch that then.
yeah, no, I recommend Popeye the Slayer Man. But it was still, excuse me. This is a good solid 3 to me, at least, and that's really good for because usually the movies we're watching get a 3 out of 10 on IMDb. So this is good. I enjoy it. What do you think, Doc? What's your?
I'm actually going to give it a little bit higher, but let me explain before I say what I'm going to give it, because if you're looking at it critically as a film, it's what, a 2.5 at best. But if you're looking at it as an entertainment,
yeah,
experience for an hour and 13 minutes of your life, I think it gets a 3.5 from me. I mean,
I could see that.
Had a great time, and I was expecting just to go, oh, this is a stinker. But no, I had it, and critically it is. But I had such a great time, right? And that's worth something. Entertaining
Most
me
definitely.
is worth 3.5. I'll probably regret that.
No.
6 months from now. I was like,
No, you know what? I think it's opened a whole door for you. I can introduce you to a whole bunch of these films.
no,
Doc,
not
oh
just
yeah.
yet. Let me ease into that.
Change your life. Broaden, you stepped into a wider world.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with us and making it this far. If you do, please like and subscribe. Again, every click will help us find more fans like you, and we would love to do that. And if we also want to hear what your reaction is. Shiver Your Midtermers, like I said, it's on Tubi, so you can watch it, or you might have already watched it. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. Is this better than what's the other one, Paul? The Popeye the Slayer Man. If you've seen Popeye the Slayer Man, is this better or worse than Popeye the Slayer Man? Yeah, let us know. Other than that, we are out of here. Paul, say goodnight.
Good night, Doc.
Gruesome Magazine.